We got one bag of books. We got two bag of books. And then we have me. Hey guys, welcome back to Betty's Books. Today, in case you couldn't tell, I've got two bags of books. And I went to Oxford recently because it was my birthday recently. And I bought some books. And I put them in two bags. And I'm going to show you them. And that's the video. Check out my Instagram at Betty's Books 10. Enjoy! Right, so first of all, Waterstones in Oxford. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's really pretty. I mean, there's like a drawing of it. And there's like a cafe in it. And it's amazing. I love it. I want to live there, you know. And the view's really nice, even though the view's a graveyard, but you know, it's a pretty graveyard. So yeah, it says Oxford on it. Ooh, yeah. And I bought some books there because it's a bookshop and that's what you're supposed to do. So, first book of the video. We got Myrtle. Solve 100 devilishly... That's a tongue twister. Solve 100 devilishly devious murder mystery logic puzzles. I can't speak today. And this is by G.T. Carver. And which blurb is the blurb? I'll just read you the back because that's what people look at first. Was it Dame Obsidian with the antique vase, Chancellor Tuscany who was seen loitering in the rose garden, or Coach Raspberry who had a secret to hide? And who was in the foyer with ash on their hands? Someone must be lying. Join Deductive Logico and investigate murders most foul in Myrtle, using the deduction grids to find who done it, how, where, and why. Packed with illustrations, codes, and maps, this is the must-have detective case book for the secret sleuth in everyone. Yeah, so like in the first like couple of pages, because obviously it's like, I think it must be like pretty different to other like detective books. It like shows you what to do, pretty much. So yeah, I'm excited to solve some murders. Yeah, that's Myrtle. Buy it if you wish. Next one. We have Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I mean, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not the first booktuber that you've watched, I'm pretty sure you know who Taylor Jenkins Reid is. She wrote Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but like, she has like a big 3 of books, I'm pretty sure. And I have 2 of them, and the one I don't have is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I don't know how that happened, but it has. Yeah, I did Carrie Soto's back in my last book haul, and now I have Daisy Jones and the Six. Now, I'm going to read you the blurb. Everybody knows Daisy Jones and the Six. Their sound defined an era. Their albums were on every turntable. They sold out arenas from coast to coast. Then, on the 12th of July 1979, Daisy Jones walked barefoot onto the stage at Chicago Stadium, and it all came crashing down. Everyone was there, everyone remembers it differently. Nobody knew why they split up. Until now. Woo! Yeah, it sounds really good. Sorry. Why did I just say sorry to my books? These books have feelings. Next one. Okay, we've got a cloth-bound classic. And this is Dr. Jekyll. Oof, why did I say it like that? The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I've already read this one. It was a banger. Perfect for like autumn. Because it's currently, at the time of filming this, autumn. I know it doesn't look like it from the bright sun that's outside. I don't know what's happening to British weather at the moment. Okay. Yeah, there's not, I don't think there is a blurb in this one, because it's a classic and it's such like an iconic book. That is A Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah. Right. This is the penultimate book from Waterstones, and this is it's upside down. This is yet another cloth-bound classic. This is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Sorry. I've already read this one as well. Still amazing. Iconic. Classic. I guess that's why it's called a classic, because it's classic. That's The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Right, the last book from Waterstones. Last but not least, we have Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. Yeah. This one might be quite sad read, depressing. But like, it's sort of like, I feel like it must be like essential reading. And there's like photos in it as well, in the middle. I don't know if you can see, but like in the middle, there's like different type of paper. That's like photo paper. And there's photos in there, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna read you the blurb. In the summer of 1942, fleeing the horrors of the Nazi occupation, Anne Frank and her family were forced into hiding in the back of an Amsterdam warehouse. Aged 13, when she went into the secret annex, Anne kept a diary in which she confided her innermost thoughts and feelings, movingly revealing how the 8 people living under these extraordinary conditions coped with the daily threat of discovery and death, with being cut off from the outside world, petty misunderstandings, and the unbearable strain of living like prisoners. An intimate record of tension and struggle, adolescence and confinement, anger and heartbreak. This is the definitive edition of the Diary of Anne Frank. I think this will be very, very interesting for me. So that's Waterstones done. But in the bag, we've got one more book. Because I bought to split up the 2 bookshops I went to. I went to a charity shop and I bought one more book when I got home. But this is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I think I'm saying that right. This is also a war book, I just realised, so that was some great planning from me. It wasn't really planning, it was unintentional, but like, good job me. And I'm gonna read you the blurb now. This is The Book Thief. I'm pretty sure I've already said that, but short-term memory, unlike Dory. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Let's read the blurb. You are going to die. Okay. That's a good start. Oh no, here is a small fact. You are going to die. Okay. I know. 1939, Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier. Liesel? I'm going to say it. Liesel, a 9-year-old girl, is living with a foster family on Himmel Street. Her parents have been taken away to a concentration camp. Liesel steals books. This is her story and the story of the inhabitants of her street when the bombs begin to fall. Some important information. The novel is narrated by Death. It's a small story about a girl, an accordionist, some fanatical Germans, a Jewish fistfighter, and quite a lot of thievery. Another thing that you should know, Death will visit the Book Thief 3 times. I'm excited to read it. Yeah. Okay, so that's this bag done. I'm not going to throw it. It's too precious. Okay. Next, I went to Daunt Books. I love this bag. It has a pocket in it. And it's so big on the inside. Like, it's like Mary Poppins' bag. You could pull like a whole bath out of here if you wanted to. Yeah, like look. I've got lots of books and it's like not even like halfway full. It's insane. Okay, sorry. I filmed some clips in Daunt Books. So, editor me, can you please roll those clips? Okay, so now that we've watched that amazing, what's it called, filming skills, let's look at the books that I actually bought instead of the place that I bought them in. So, first, I'm really excited about this one. Electra by Jennifer Saint. I have Ariadne, bear with me.
Makes Me Feel Like A, Natural Woman by Jennifer Hudson is only available with Amazon Music Unlimited. Here's a station based on...
So I have Ariadne, and oh my god, I loved it so much. I swallowed it. No. I flew through it. That's the word. And I didn't swallow it. It's right here. But yeah, I really loved it. Like, I enjoy Greek myths. I reckon you'll find that out from what I bought from Dawn Books, you know. And I saw this one in the bookshop, and I was like, yes, please. I need to experience this again. So I bought this one. I'm going to put that over there. Okay, so I'm going to read you the blurb. Okay. One thing I will say about Greek names is that I think they sound really elegant when pronounced correctly, and like 9 times out of 10 I cannot pronounce them correctly, so this might not sound very elegant, but you know. Behind all gods and heroes there are great women. The house of... It's already started, we're like 13 words in, and the house of Atreus is cursed, a bloodline tainted by a cycle of violence. This is the story of 3 women, their fates doomed by the fickle nature of men and gods. Clytemnestra. When her sister Helen, I can say Helen. When her sister Helen runs away with a Trojan prince, her husband Agamemnon raises an army against Troy and determines to win whatever the cost. Cassandra, princess of Troy and cursed to see the future, but never to be believed. She is powerless in her knowledge that the city will fall. Electra, the youngest daughter of Clytemnestra and Agamemnon. Electra is horrified by the bloodletting of her kin, but can she escape the curse, or is her own destiny also bound by violence? Sounds just as good as this one. Yeah. Very, very excited about that. Okay. Next Dawn Books book, we have Circe by Madeline Miller. And I know you guys are probably asking, ooh, do you have Song of Achilles? I don't. Say what you will about that, but oh my god, it's so shiny. Ooh, it's glowing orange on my wall. Yeah, I don't think you can see that anymore. That's better. So I don't have Song of Achilles because I just don't. I don't really have any justification. I just don't have it, and I want to read this one because I bought it and I saw it and I was like, oh yes please. Yeah, if I like this one, I will read Song of Achilles. I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna read you the blurb for this one. In the house of Helios, god of the sun and mightiest of the Titans, a daughter is born. Circe is strange, not powerful and terrible like her father, not gorgeous and mercenary like her mother, but she has a dark power of her own, witchcraft. When Circe's gift threatens the gods, she is banished to the island of Aiaia, where she hones her occult craft, casting spells, gathering strange herbs, and taming wild beasts. Yet a woman who stands alone cannot live in peace for long, and among her island's guests is an unexpected visitor, the mortal Odysseus, for whom Circe will risk everything. Circe's tale is a vivid epic of family rivalry, love and loss, the inextinguishable song of women burning hot and bright in the darkness of a man's world. I'm so excited to read this. I mean, in case you couldn't already tell, the cover's a bit shiny. Just a little bit. It will blind you like the sun. But yeah. Right, next one. Moving swiftly forward. We have got Mythos by Stephen Fry. Like Anne Frank, actually, there's like photo pages in this one as well. And I looked through them and like, I don't... The one that I found quite odd, I don't think I can show you because I'll probably get demonetized. Yep, I found it. Okay, yeah, I can't show you that. So interesting looking. But yeah, this is just, well, I'll let the blurb tell you. What am I doing trying to tell you? In Stephen Fry's vivid retelling, we gaze in wonder as wise Athena is born from the cracking open of the great head of Zeus and follow doomed Persephone. That's such an easy thing to say, but I can't say it. Persephone into the dark and lonely realm of the underworld. We shiver when Pandora opens her jar of evil torments and watch with joy as the legendary love affair between Eros and Psyche unfolds. Mythos captures these extraordinary myths for our modern age in all of their dazzling and deeply human relevance. Had to check the last word there. That is Mythos. Onto the pile. Right, next one. It's very yellow. It's already floppy. That's made me very happy. This is Andrei Kurkov's The Death in the Penguin. This was, I think it's Ukrainian, and it was translated from Russian by George Baird. If anyone's interested in that. And I'm going to read you the blurb now. Like, is it quite short? Well, it's quite, it looks quite short, but the font is like really small. Like, look. So, it's like long in my mind. If it's like short and it has a small font, then it's long. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does. It does to me. And that's all that matters. If your thing makes sense to you, my thing makes sense to me. All that stands between one man and murder by the mafia is a penguin. Victor is an aspiring writer with only Misha, his pet penguin, for company. Although he would prefer to write short stories, he earns a living composing obituaries for a newspaper. He longs to see his work published, yet the subjects of his obituaries continue to cling to life. But when he opens the newspaper to see his work in print for the first time, his pride swiftly turns to terror. He and Misha have been drawn into a trap from which there appears to be no escape. You know, I'm not sure if this is true, but don't obituaries have to have the cause of death? Does he predict when people die? We'll have to find that out. When or how. Spooky. Right, next one. This is The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. And this one is Japanese, actually. Who translated it? Translated from the Japanese by Stephen Snyder. This is like a dystopia, and I'll just read the blurb. I don't know why I keep trying to explain books that I haven't even read yet, but I just do. But the blurb probably explains it so much better, so I just need to read it. Hat, ribbon, bird, rose. To the people on the island, a disappeared thing no longer has any meaning. It can be burned in the garden, thrown in the river, or handed over to the memory police. Soon enough, the island forgets it ever existed. When a young novelist discovers that her editor is in danger of being taken away by the memory police, she desperately wants to save him. For some reason, he doesn't forget, and it's becoming increasingly difficult for him to hide his memories. Who knows what will vanish next? I don't know. What will vanish next? I'll have to find out. I'm really excited to read this one. I mean, obviously, I'm excited to read all of them. That's why I bought them. It's the last book. That's what I didn't realise that. Okay. So, in my last book haul, I brought Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And I read it and I loved it so much. I loved it so much. I don't know why I said that with such a stern look, but I really loved it. So, I bought the second one, as any logical person would do. I mean, I could have bought the third one, but there's no point in that. Yeah, look at them. Look at the cats! Well, it's the same cat. It is the same cat. I can't say what are the odds of that, but it's pretty likely. But yeah, this is the second Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and it's called Tales from the Cafe, also by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. And who translated it? Jeffrey Fusslot. I don't know how to say it. Is that the same person who translated the other one? yeah, it's the same person that translated the other one. Recurring cats, recurring translators. Okay, let's read the blurb. Hidden down a side street in Tokyo, Cafe Funachula boasts many things. Good coffee, good conversation, a friendly cast of regulars, but the cafe also offers its customers a unique experience, the chance to travel in time. There are rules you must stick to. You have to sit in the right seat, accept the coffee poured for you, and finally, most importantly, you must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. Following on from Toshikazu Kawaguchi's sensational debut, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, in Tales from the Cafe, we meet the man seeking the best friend whose daughter he raised as his own, the son who did not come home for his mother's funeral, the lover who travelled to see the girl he couldn't marry, and the aging detective who couldn't save his own wife. Beautifully told and brimming with warmth, Tales from the Cafe explores how we carry our past with us and how far we go to see, perhaps for one last time, if it wants to be that. It's gone real dark. I just realised that. Well, that is it. I have got one empty bag. Oh wait, actually, one more thing. A little bit more. And we've got two empty bags. We've got two empty bags of books, and the books are now strewn across my bed, and now I've got to put them up on the bookshelf. As you can see, I have redone my bookshelf a little bit because I didn't have enough space on just one shelf, so I moved everything up, and now there's only a few on the bottom shelf. But like, it's fine. It's fine. It just means I'll have to buy more books. Right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to. More videos to come, obviously, because I'm a YouTuber now. Have a great day, week, month, year, however long it is until we next have a little chat like this. And have a good time then. Bye for now.